Most office desks look tired by lunchtime, so adding a plant that actually survives your workweek can make the whole space feel more alive. The best part is you don't need gardening skills for these guys, they pretty much handle themselves. These plants deal with AC blasts, mist waterings, and zero sunlight like it's nothing. They lift your mood, clean up your air a bit, and honestly make your desk look like you've got your life together. Whether you work in a bright corner, a cubicle cave, or a home office, there's something here that fits. I pick plants that stay compact, don't demand constant attention, and can take a beating. You'll be surprised how tough and good looking these desk plants can be. Let's get into the ones you can't kill even if you try. Pilea is one of those desk plants that looks like you actually put effort into your workspace, even though it barely needs anything from you. It stays compact, usually topping out around 8 to 12 inches, so it won't hog your keyboard space, and its round, coin-like leaves always get attention. It handles low to medium light just fine, which is perfect if your desk is stuck in a corner or under fluorescent lights, and it only needs water about once a week because its roots don't like sitting in soggy soil anyway. Most people don't realize Pilea releases tiny oxygen bursts during the day, making your desk area feel fresher over time, and if you forget to care for it, it bounces back fast thanks to its naturally resilient growth habits. The coolest part is how often it produces little baby offshoots you can repot and share, so it becomes the plant that keeps on giving without you doing much at all. Watermelon Peperomia is the kind of desk plant that quietly steals the spotlight with those silver-striped leaves that look like tiny watermelons, and it stays nice and compact at around 6 to 8 inches tall, so it never crowds your workspace. It handles typical office lighting really well, thriving in bright indirect light but still coping with lower light zones where most plants give up, and it only needs a light watering every 7 to 10 days because its thick, succulent-like stems store moisture. It prefers a loose, well-draining soil mix, which keeps it safe from root rot even if you forget it for a bit, and its slow, steady growth makes it one of the lowest maintenance tabletop plants you can keep. What makes it even better is that NASA-style indoor air studies show peperomias help reduce indoor toxins in small spaces, giving your desk air a gentle refresh without any extra effort. Plus, people love using it as a conversation starter because those leaves always make someone stop and ask what plant it is. Golden Pothos is basically the undefeated champion of office plants because it grows anywhere, even on desks that never see real sunlight, and that's thanks to its ability to tolerate light levels as low as 50 lux, which is almost cave-like. It only needs water every 7 to 12 days since its thick vines store moisture, and it's perfectly happy in regular potting soil as long as it drains well. This plant is famous for boosting indoor air quality, with studies showing it can help reduce airborne pollutants like benzene and formaldehyde in small work areas, making your desk feel a little cleaner without any effort from you. It's also a fast grower, so you get those long, trailing vines that make your workspace look more intentional, and even if you forget about it for weeks, it bounces back like nothing happened, which is why so many people call it the office plant you literally can't kill. English ivy brings a classic, clean look to any desk, and what makes it perfect for office life is how tough and adaptable it is, thriving even under weak fluorescent lighting or in spots with just a hint of natural light. It prefers slightly moist soil but only needs a drink once the top inch dries out, which usually lands around every week, and it stays healthy as long as the pot drains well. This plant is known for its air purifying ability, with tests showing it can help reduce mold spores and airborne toxins, which is a nice bonus when you're stuck indoors all day. Its trailing vines grow steadily without becoming wild or messy, giving your desk a fresh, structured look, and even if you forget to water it or shift it around, English ivy adjusts quickly, making it one of the most forgiving plants you can keep at work. Tradescantia is one of those desk plants that instantly makes your workspace look more alive with its striped purple and green leaves, and what makes it great is how fast it grows even in typical office lighting. It handles everything from bright indirect light to the dim glow of overhead bulbs, and it only needs water when the top layer of soil dries out, usually every 5 to 7 days, because its stems hold a good amount of moisture. This plant is surprisingly resilient, bouncing back quickly from neglect, and it stays compact enough for small desks while offering those draping trails that look like you actually planned your decor. What's even cooler is that Tradescantia naturally produces pigments called anthocyanins, which help it handle stress and fluctuating office temperatures better than most plants, making it one of the toughest and prettiest options you can keep right beside your laptop. Snake plant is hands down one of the toughest plants you can keep on a desk because it tolerates just about everything: low light, dry air, skipped waterings, and those random cold blasts from office AC units. It grows upright, so it barely takes any space, and studies show it can survive in light levels as low as 25 lux, which is basically the lighting of a forgotten storage room. It only needs water every 2 to 3 weeks since its thick, sword-like leaves store moisture, and it thrives in gritty, well-draining soil that keeps root rot away even if you forget it for a while. The best part is its air cleaning ability. Snake plants are known for absorbing toxins like benzene and trichloroethylene, giving your desk a quiet but constant freshness boost. With its modern, architectural look and near indestructible nature, it's the plant that always looks great without asking for anything back. Kalanchoe is a perfect desk companion because it stays small, looks bright, and barely needs anything from you, thanks to its thick, fleshy leaves that store water like a built-in safety system. It thrives in bright indirect light but still handles lower office lighting better than most flowering plants, and you'll usually only need to water it every 10 to 14 days since overwatering is the only real way to mess it up. A well-draining soil mix keeps it happy long-term, and it rewards good conditions with clusters of long-lasting blooms that can stay vibrant for weeks, making your desk look more cheerful without you lifting a finger. What makes it even cooler is that Kalanchoe uses CAM photosynthesis, meaning it saves water and handles dry office air like a champ, turning it into one of the easiest, most resilient desk plants you truly can't kill. Chinese Evergreen is one of the most reliable desk plants you can keep because it thrives in places where most plants would give up, handling low light levels around 50 to 100 lux like it's nothing. Its broad, patterned leaves make your workspace look greener and more put together without taking up too much space, usually staying under 12 inches on a desk. It only needs water every 7 to 10 days since its roots prefer slightly dry soil, and a well-draining mix keeps it healthy without much effort. What really makes it stand out is its ability to handle dry office air and fluctuating temperatures, thanks to its naturally slow metabolism and thick foliage that retains moisture. Plus, Chinese Evergreen has been noted in indoor studies for reducing airborne pollutants in small spaces, giving your desk a subtle but constant freshness boost, all while being one of the easiest plants to care for even if you're forgetful. Jade Plant is one of the easiest desk plants to keep alive because it adapts to almost any office setup, whether you're under bright LEDs or sitting in a dim cubicle corner. Its arching green and white leaves stay compact enough for small desks, and it only needs water once the top inch of soil dries out, usually every 5 to 7 days, so forgetting a day or two never hurts it. It thrives in basic potting soil, and its thick roots store extra moisture, making it incredibly forgiving if you get busy and skip care. What makes Jade Plant even better is its proven ability to reduce indoor pollutants like formaldehyde, which helps keep your workspace feeling fresher. And when it's happy, it sends out little baby offshoots that hang down like tiny green stars, giving your desk a lively, effortless look that makes it seem like you actually planned your decor. Air Plant is the ultimate low-maintenance desk buddy because it doesn't even need soil, which means no mess, no spills, and no muddy pots near your laptop. It thrives in bright to medium office light and only asks for a quick soak every 7 to 10 days, making it perfect for people who forget to water anything. Its compact size fits anywhere, and since it absorbs moisture and nutrients through its leaves, it handles dry office air better than most plants. What makes it extra cool is how efficient its trichomes are. Those tiny silver hairs help it pull humidity straight from the air, which is why it stays alive even in air-conditioned spaces. With its sculptural shape and zero-fuss nature, an air plant instantly gives your desk personality while being nearly impossible to kill. Echeveria Black Prince brings a bold, dramatic touch to your desk with its deep, almost black rosette leaves, and what makes it perfect for office life is how little attention it needs to stay healthy. It thrives in bright indirect light from a window or even strong overhead LEDs, but it can still handle lower light conditions better than many succulents, keeping its shape tight and compact. You only need to water it every 12 to 14 days because its thick leaves store moisture like a built-in reservoir, and a gritty, fast-draining soil mix keeps it safe from overwatering, which is the only real way to harm it. What makes this plant even more impressive is its slow, steady growth, meaning it never outgrows your desk space, and studies on succulents show they release oxygen throughout the day, subtly improving the air in small work areas. With its unique color and surprisingly tough nature, Black Prince gives your workspace a cool, modern vibe without asking for anything in return. Jade Plant is one of those desk plants that practically thrives on neglect thanks to its thick, glossy leaves that store water like a built-in backup system, letting you go 10 to 14 days between waterings without stressing it out. It stays compact in an office setup, usually under 10 inches, and it handles everything from bright indirect light to typical overhead bulbs, making it perfect for desks that don't get much natural sun. A well-draining soil mix keeps it happy long-term, and its slow, steady growth means it won't take over your workspace. What makes Jade Plant extra impressive is how long-lived it is. Some grow for decades with minimal care, and studies show succulents like this can help slightly improve indoor humidity balance around your desk. With its clean, upright shape and tough-as-nails nature, it's the kind of plant that makes your office look more polished while surviving even the busiest work schedules. String of Pearls brings a totally unique look to your desk with its little bead-like leaves that trail beautifully without taking up much space, and what makes it so perfect for office life is how little water it needs thanks to those round leaves that store moisture like tiny reservoirs. It thrives in bright indirect light, but it can still manage under strong overhead LEDs, and you'll usually only need to water it every 12 to 15 days as long as the soil drains quickly. Its shallow roots prefer drying out between waterings, which actually makes it ideal for busy workdays when you forget about it. What really sets this plant apart is how efficiently it uses sunlight. Its spherical leaves maximize photosynthesis while minimizing water loss, helping it survive in drier, air-conditioned rooms. With its delicate, trailing vines and surprisingly tough nature, String of Pearls adds character to any desk while being one of those plants you almost have to try to kill. Prayer plant is one of the most fascinating desk plants you can keep because its leaves actually move throughout the day, laying flat when the light is bright and folding upward at night like it's settling in for a prayer. It handles medium to lower office lighting well, thriving under LEDs or indirect daylight, and it only needs water every 5 to 7 days as long as the soil stays lightly moist, not soggy, so it fits perfectly into a busy work routine. A loose, airy potting mix keeps its roots healthy, and it loves the slightly higher humidity you'll usually find in air-conditioned offices. What makes it even cooler is how its pigments respond to light changes, giving you subtle color shifts that make your desk look more dynamic without you doing anything. With its patterned leaves, gentle movement, and forgiving nature, the prayer plant adds a calming, living touch to your workspace while still being tough enough to handle everyday office chaos. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out these tough little office plants that can survive just about anything your workday throws at them. Whether you've got bright windows, a dim cubicle, or a desk that barely gets any attention, there's definitely a plant here that'll stay alive and make your space feel a little better. If you found a new favorite or finally picked the plant that matches your vibe, that's a win. Make sure to hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling me which plant is going on your desk next. I'll see you in the next one.